Well, what is going on, everyone? RC84 here, like always. Thanks for watching. So, my friends, check out what I have here on the RC workstation. Boom, 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 Kabolite. I got another RC construction vehicle, and a vehicle that I thought I would never get to own. So I'm dipping my toes into the hydraulic world of RC construction vehicles. This is my very first hobby grade hydraulic piece of equipment. So this is going to be a learning ball for me, and if anybody has experience with hydraulic vehicles, let me know. I'm trying to learn as much as I possibly can on the hydraulic vehicles and the maintenance and all that. So if you got any tips for me, comment down below or show me some videos. That way I can check it out and stuff like that. But anyway, let's go ahead and get this out of the box and take a look at it. Well, just like anything, it comes in a box with the box. But anyway, so this is the carrying case for the vehicle, and it looks cool. Nice case, very foamy and stuff like that. So we got our little hatches here, so we're gonna undo those. Doing this one-handed clip. It's nice that they give you this nice carrying case for the vehicle. I think that's really cool. I guess when you pay a little, you get a little more. So yeah, but anyway, all right, let's take a look. Ooh, look at that, packaged up nice. So my friends, we have the Kabolite K963 track loader, front loader, ever how you want to say it. I'll say call it a track loader. Some people call it a front loader. But anyway, here's the instruction manual, which it looks pretty simple. Gives you a good detailed information. So we have a Fly Sky FSSR12. Looks like a 10 channel receiver. Pretty nice. All right. So definitely going to read that to understand this thing, but let's take a closer look. Where should we start? Start here? Start there? All right. Anyway, let's go ahead and start. First off, we have this. That is the charger for the battery. Boom, boom. If you guys can see that, hopefully you can. Focus camera. Yeah. So we got 2-cell and 3-cell connection on it. LiPo type battery. LiPo. Okay. So that's the AC plug for it. We got our hydraulic fluid, which I did not know that it actually came with hydraulic fluid. From the description online, it said it did not have hydraulic oil, and I went out and purchased hydraulic oil. Let's see. We got a 2-part for the hydraulic fluid. Nice. The battery. We have a Kabolite 7500 milliamp 7.4. I'm saying it's lithium ion because it doesn't look like a LiPo, but we got the XT30 connectors on it with our data port there. Nice thick little battery. All right, yeah, bam. All right, let's see. Oh, we got the Kabolite sticker, so we can sticker it up if we wanted to. I may or may not put Kabolite on there. I might actually put some Caterpillar stickers on it because that's what this really is. Let's take a look at the controller. Nice, look at this. We got a nice Fly Sky controller, digital screen there. Lots of functions and buttons and switches and buttons and a lot of other things. The controller takes 4 AA batteries that you have to supply yourself. This is really cool up here. It looks like there's a data port for something. I'm not exactly sure. It looks like for doing a firmware update or something like that. Maybe, I'm not sure. I have to read up on this this controller, but it feels pretty good. And there's actually some buttons on the back. I did not see that before. Wow, that is pretty cool. All right, so we got the controller out the way. Now, let's go ahead, remove the cover. Whoa. Look at that. That looks freaking gorgeous. The Kabolite 963 track loader. Wow. Let's go ahead and get this thing out the box. Alright, so let's see if I can do this. Alright. Pull it out. That's what she said. Alright, try to do this nice and careful. Whoop. Alright. Let's put it right there. Good? We're good. Alright, let's go ahead and get this thing out. Oh, this thing weighs a ton. And I mean a ton. I think it's right at about 28 pounds. Ugh. Holy crap. This thing weighs more than a cinder block. Oh. All right, let's grab the camera. Wow. Look at that. Holy cow. Now this is 1/16 scale, and this is one of the cheapest track loader / bulldozer that you could get. Look at this. Every bit of it's metal, fully hydraulic, lots of amazing detail. Bucket metal. Here, we'll do the sound test. Metal, 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 plastic. But everything else is metal. I mean, look at the amazing amount of detail, craftsmanship. We got the doors open up. Hey, I wonder if I can get my camera inside there. Can I? Oh, we'll try that later. Does this door open up? How about this? Bam! Both doors open up. That is cool. So we got to get on the little driver. So that means I'm going to hire a new driver. All right. Ooh, magnetic too. Yeah, that's pretty nice. All right, so back here we got our ripper, which they call the plow. I don't know, I say ripper, but plow, hydraulic, nice detail. Now here is supposed to be open up the hood. You got your battery located right here, your Fly Sky receiver right there. Let's see, bring you up there closer. Yeah. And we got a fan there to keep the keep something cool. I guess the electronics down there. Now there's 2 screws that you remove, and then the cap portion will flip up and allow you access to the pump, the electronics, and stuff like that. This thing is just too cool. Wow. And it's heavy as all get out. Wow. Now I told myself when I was looking at the hydraulic vehicles, I was like, if I'm going to get one, spend a bunch of money, I need one that is going to be a multi-purpose vehicle, that I can use it for any application while I'm out there on the site. And with us building phase 2 of the site there of the town, we needed some more power out there, because we're going from ground zero with on the site dirt and stuff. So we needed something with a little bit more giddy up than what we have. And this thing right here will answer the call. Super awesome. So let's go ahead, pop in the battery, turn on the remote, turn on the vehicle. We'll do a little test run here in on the bench, and see. All right, so let's go ahead and do that. All right, so it took a little time to fill up the tank there, since it didn't have any hydraulic oil, so it took a little time to fill it up. You know, you're supposed to do about 60 milliliters of hydraulic fluid in there. I had to add a little, and it took a little time to get that fluid in there. And so now we are ready, so let's turn on our remote. Nice little sound. The on and off switch is right here on the back, somewhere back here. All right. Close that up. Boom. All right, let's close up the doors. Oh, that is too cool. For my first hydraulic vehicle. All right, so nice and slow, winds to raise. Let's back it up a little bit. Now, I did not get the sound version. The sound version was a little bit more, and it was overseas, and so that would have cost me another $100 and some for shipping, and the time frame of it would have been way too long for it to get here. So this is the non-sound version, but it does have a reverse sound for some odd reason. I'm not sure, but anywho, we have working lights up top. We got a little stroking, little flashing light that actually changes to different settings. So that's pretty cool. Turn it completely off. Then we have our lights there. We can turn off. We can turn our hazard lights on. No lights. Lights on. Let's turn it on. All right. Bam, bam, bam. Bring the camera up a little closer. All right, so go forward. Let's see if I remember this. So there's our ripper on the back. That's so cool. Speed test. That's about it. But a bulldozer is not meant to go fast. It is meant to have torque and be able to push a good amount of dirt. That's it. Boom. Pretty cool. Independent tracks. Ooh, getting close to the camera. Raise up. Now I gotta get the hang of this. This is my first vehicle, hydraulic, so kind of got to learn how to use it. But I'm definitely loving this. It sounds almost realistic there. Yeah. So let's bring it up. So. Well, there you go, my friends. There's a look at my newest and first hydraulic RC construction vehicle, the Kabolite 963, which is basically a Caterpillar 963. But this thing, super awesome. So we're gonna get out there on the site, test it out, see how it does out there. I know how this thing's gonna perform because my buddy Russ, who came down for the weekend, he had one, and I was just mind-blowing with how well it did and stuff. Ooh, nice air. But it did really awesome. It went into the dirt. It moved piles and stuff with no issues whatsoever. So I definitely know what this thing's going to do. So it's going to be fun. But anyway, my friends, that is it. I hope that you enjoyed this review on the vehicle, or on the machine. Let me say it right, on the machine. And like I said, this is, like I said, it's my first hydraulic vehicle. If y'all have any tips for me, maintenance wise, things I might need to look out for, comment down below, let me know, because I would really appreciate it if people let me know about, you know, the proper setup, the proper way I'm supposed to do the maintenance, all that good stuff. So yeah, if y'all do that, I'd be grateful. I'd be very appreciated. And we'll get this out here on the site and do another video of this thing running. So yeah, all right, my friends, so thank y'all again for watching, and I appreciate it, and I'll see you out there on the site later.